So with the claw assembly complete, then we need to build it into the full assembly. So we've got our right arm, which is clearly labeled with the R and the L, and you'll notice that there's caps on the holes to keep the aluminum rod from going too far through. So you can use the same arm set to do an overthrow. You would just put the aluminum rod through there and it would leave that off and it would function just like an overthrow. So you kind of have a spare set of non-horned overthrow arms that comes with all of them. But in order to do slammer, we need to use the top hole. So it should slide nicely into there. And then this will go through the right claw and then the left claw. And that should slide through easily. There we go. And it should be floppy on there. There shouldn't be any resistance. And then this will go into the other top arm. So there you can see how this will work. As the servo pulls forward, it opens the claws. As it pushes back, it'll grab, and then the pivots are below, so at that point it'll lift. That'll be more obvious once we go ahead and put this top armor on. So with the top armor, this would be another one where electric is nice, but as always, if you're going to use an electric, go slow so that you don't melt the plastic. Remember that even without bottoming out, you can melt it, and if you run it too fast coming out, you can melt the hole. So if you use the electric, be sure that you only go about 1 revolution per second to run that in. These don't have to be extremely tight. They're not really holding any load. We'll do the other side. It's as tight as that needs to be, and we can even put the pivot rod. So the pivot rod, same with overthrow, will be going through the whole assembly. It'll go through here. Be sure not to accidentally capture your link, and also be sure not to stab yourself with the end of the paper clip. So there's our pivot rod. So that's how it'll pivot in the chassis. So again, when the servo pulls forward, it opens the claws. As it pushes and grabs, it'll grab, and then it can pivot the whole assembly.